cut it off, couldn't, and then at the end said, "This counts for Monday's briefing."
No, this is so good. Yeah. It was so smart politically. Oh, seriously, to bring that guy back and have him back this tax deal.
And I have to say, interesting about it, right? Not a scheduled thing. A decision made on the fly, literally in the meeting with Obama and Clinton. And when they went down there, all the people from the press shop were at a Christmas party. So they had alerted nobody internally in the building. I think Obama decided to give Obama some political credit for deciding, literally in the meeting, hey, let's go down and do this press conference. Let's get Bill Clinton on board right now.
Man enough to know this would be good for him, even though he's bringing someone in who loves the limelight so much and does not really know how to see beyond himself.
Okay, so what's happened? This is an internal thing, okay? Because for 2 years, this man has isolated himself. He has been afraid to be overshadowed by others. I mean, he has been a slow learner politically on how to win in Washington, D.C. Mark Halperin, do you have any reporting at all on when the light switch went off? Because this was not an evolution. This was a revolution. This happened overnight. He calls Jamie Dimon in. He calls Bill Clinton in. He's got the press conference with Bill Clinton. He's doing all the things he should have done over the past 2 years. What happened?
This was a bit of, as John said, this particular thing was an audible, done on the fly in the meeting.
Right.
I think that Pete Rest, the new chief of staff, is one of Washington's most meticulous planners, and is a great at being realistic. And being realistic, the president, as we've talked about before, he needs to rebuild some sort of coalition to govern. And you're going to see in this week, all through the rest of this month, and up to the State of the Union, you're going to see attempts to rebuild a presidency that is in a real position.
But John, again, this is just, they just winged it. They just decided to go out there.
It was good.
And not to make too many Beatle analogies, but this is Paul and John sitting in the Dakota watching Saturday Night Live and going downstairs trying to get a cab because they wanted to play. Except this time they actually went out and played.
Yeah, and just again focus on the politics of it. But there's no Democrat in the country more popular with liberals than Bill Clinton. He's among liberal Democrats, among Democrats generally, but he's got a 90+% approval rating among liberals. In a situation where the liberals in the House are revolting over this tax bill, there was no more powerful imprimatur that could be put on it than having Bill Clinton come out, put Nancy Pelosi and Harry Reid in a terrible position, and made every House Democrat complaining about it. Now they're complaining against Bill Clinton's tax compromise.
By the way, Mark Halperin has a great test and dead serious in a column that I guess you released it at midnight, right? Went up on time at midnight. A great test for what works for Barack Obama. And that test is?
If, as in the case of the tax package, if Nancy Pelosi and Sarah Palin are both against something, it probably is going to do pretty well with the public and the way Obama's going to have to govern. And Nancy Pelosi is against this, Sarah Palin's against it, Obama and Clinton are for it. That's a good place for him to be politically.
That is actually 100% accurate. If you are making Nancy Pelosi and Sarah Palin angry, you were winning back those independents that Barack Obama
It's a good sign.
For the past 2 years.
Michael Bloomberg was on Meet the Press yesterday, and he said that the president ought to deal with the angry liberal base by just saying, you know what, deal with it. You've gotten everything you've wanted so far. Deal with it. David Axelrod also appeared on the Sunday shows, and he was trying to diffuse some of the anger from the left. Take a listen.
I respect people who are unhappy. We share their view on the upper income tax cuts, on the estate tax. That was a part of the deal, odious though it may be, that we had to accept in order to get all the good things that come along with it. That's the nature of compromise. So I'm sure there will be some who will have a hard time getting over that hump. Others will see that this is extraordinarily important for our economy and for people across this country, that we not let this get to a Washington-style standoff.
I got to tell you, I still think it's immoral that multimillionaires are getting a tax cut. And I guess politically, Joe, next election cycle, the Democrats can say, you know what, you guys held us hostage and you got what you wanted. Now you have to try and own up to sticking to your mandate, which is to not spend too much. And then you gave millionaires tax cuts. Thanks a lot. Good luck to you.
Well,
good luck getting elected.
They can do that in the House. Barack Obama. This will be Barack Obama's tax plan. It will be Barack Obama's tax cuts for millionaires. It will. He's the president. He brokered the deal. He owns it, too.